Hey everybody, it's Tim again, and today I have something that I have been waiting for a long, long time, and I'm so glad it's here. Of course, it's NECA's Dracula, of course, featuring the likeness of Bela Lugosi. These aren't too. It's not too often that we see a Bela Lugosi release. You have to get permission from his estate, and I would imagine ultimately Bela Lugosi Jr. to reproduce his father's likeness, especially as Dracula. So we haven't seen too many of these over the years. Of course, you have independent companies like Flat World Figures, Premiere Exclusive did a version of it at one point. Of course, the big ones with Sideshow with the 6-inch and the 12-inch figures, actually maybe more 7-inch. And then most recently, Jada Toys. And now, at long last, we have, as part of NECA's Universal Monsters line, Dracula. So, obviously, this joins an already awesome set of figures. In the background, you can see the mummy with the mummy accessory set. You got Frankenstein's monster. You have the Wolfman. You have Larry Talbot. Of course, you have to buy an extra Wolfman in order to get that look. And then in the background there, we have the Frankenstein accessory set with the lab table. And that includes the exclusive head with the wrapped head of Frankenstein's monster. So, but today we're going to look at the latest release from NECA, and I am going to get this open for you so you can take a look at it. At long last, there he is, Bela Lugosi. And we got 3 portraits. We have the vampire bat, as well as a serving tray, because what is it? He serves wine. Okay, so we have some goblets. We have the candle, of course. We have 3 hands to go with that. We have a little figure stand. But again, as like the other ones, I mean, the other releases, the Universal Monster releases, top-notch packaging from NECA once more. Of course, we have the photo with Dracula in one of his more famous poses from the film. And then just on the side, just showing off this beautiful sculpt. And as you can see, he has more than one sculpt. He has the more serious look, more sinister look. And then this is like Dracula's going to get ready to sink his teeth into somebody. He wants them to come to him, come to me, and take care of business. So I'm going to take this one out of the package. And we're going to take a closer look at what Dracula looks like, the NECA release. I have to thank NECA for providing this sample for me to review for you. So big thanks to them, and I'm always thrilled to do that because, as you can see, as you already know, they do excellent work. And here's a closer look at the Bela Lugosi Dracula figure from NECA. And again, big thanks to NECA for providing this sample for me to review. Let's give it a quick 360 look here so you can get an idea of what you're getting with this package. Of course, you have the candle, beautiful detailing there in the candle holder as well. And then, of course, we get the vampire bat on the clear stand, which I really like. Soft goods cape. Under there, you have his tailcoat. Lots of room for posability here. I think that's one of the things I noticed immediately. If you got the Sideshow version, and I'm going to show you that original Sideshow version, it's been quite a few years now. It might even be going on 20 years. It was hardly any points of articulation. Now, look, things have come a long way in terms of action figure tooling since that time, so I'm not knocking Sideshow in the least. It's just that now we have some room for some dynamic posing, which I think is really cool. And on top of that, we get to switch out portraits, switch out hands, have some cool accessories to go with it. So let's pause this right here. No, let's just stop this right here and show you up close, give you an idea of the likeness, which is spot on. I love it. Again, more of a suspicious look, maybe, I guess you could say, from Dracula there. Of course, I'm going to take off the cape there, and the head pops off relatively easy. And this is just more of a serious look with that portrait. And always a chore trying to. There we go, which I really like. And then there's the really sinister "Come to me, come to me. I'm going to get you" look, like he's going in for the kill, which I like as well. Now you can actually get that famous Dracula claw with the hands. Again, what's nice about this is they come off relatively easily, and there's really no need of worrying about breakage or anything like that. So I love that as well. So it's great. I mean, look, you're going to pay about $32 to $34 for this figure, and you're getting your money's worth. Because again, when you think about Hasbro selling their figures on the card to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi for this same price, with no extra portraits, with no accessories, really, maybe a couple things, you're really, really getting your money's worth with this. So again, and I think a key to the success of this is the portraits. You have to have realistic portraits. Otherwise, they're just, to me, it just takes me out of it if the sculpts aren't on, right? But these are dead on. I mean, you really got to love it. So, it's just something that you can switch up your displays a bit and, get a little bit of variety in there, especially when you start posing the figures with other monsters. Also need to note let's put this up here and stop this and give you a look at what we have as far as extras here. We have the serving plate, we have the goblets, as you can see, blood red wine. Okay, 2 goblets there, nice wine bottle. Can't quite tell what brand that is, if it's supposed to be a brand at all. And then again, a nice serving plate for when Jonathan Harker comes over. And with any luck, we're going to get the Harker figures. We're going to get the Renfields. Maybe the Renfield will come after the Renfield movie coming up here with Nicholas Hoult. Another thing that I like, and Nicolas Cage, of course, and another thing I really like is the way that this cape collar is molded. Before, with other releases, you had a little string that you had to tie it on. Here, you just slip it on, and it's there. So that's something I really like with this figure as well. Now, again, you're probably wondering, what does this look like next to other figures? Well, being that I'm such a Bela Lugosi fan, yes, I happen to have collected most of the Bela Lugosi Dracula action figures over the years, so I'm going to take a pause and give you a look at all of them together. And here we have a look at 5 of the Bela Lugosi action figures that I've collected over the years. Of course, we have NECA's here in the front. This is a preview exclusive, I do believe the name of the company was. I remember picking it up at a Toys R Us way back in the day. This is a Mego figure. Came out within the last 5 years, and I was very surprised, and a great likeness. They all have great likenesses. This one came out very recently, just within the last couple of months, and actually I have a review on the channel. This is a Jada Toys exclusive, Jada Next Level, and that came with a bunch of extras. And then, of course, in the back, we have the Sideshow 6-inch version of Bela Lugosi as Dracula. Again, maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 points of articulation, but it still holds up. I still love it. I love all of these. If I could name it a museum exhibition, I guess you could say that it'd probably best be called the 5 Bellas, right? It's just a lot of fun to collect not only monster movie toys, but to get the likeness of Bela Lugosi for these figures is a fan's dream. I mean, so many people love his Dracula. We're going to get a variation somewhat of it coming up with Renfield. I actually had the opportunity to talk with Nicolas Cage a little bit about it. We shared our love for Universal Monsters action figures. You can find a video of that on my YouTube channel. I'll provide a link to that one as well. And he said that there is an homage to the Bela Lugosi Dracula in Renfield. And as well, he's got an homage to Christopher Lee. And then, of course, he's going to bring his own interpretation to the character as well. So, with any luck, who knows? Maybe we're going to get a Nicolas Cage as Dracula action figure from Renfield. If you can hear me out there, NECA, I think that Nick would like that a lot. So, there you go. Again, I just love it. I love it, and it does not disappoint in the least. The likeness, again, is spot on. The costuming, the articulation, and I'll just remove him. Again, has all of the range of movements that you're going to want with this. You can bend the knees if you want. It's got a hip swivel if you want, and obviously great articulation with the neck as well. So everything you'd want in this figure. I'm going to take one more pause, and we're going to give you a look at all of the figures from NECA's Universal Monsters line together for one last shot. Okay, we have the Universal Monsters class together for one parting shot here. Of course, this is a double because this comes with an awesome portrait of Larry Talbot, the Wolfman figure does. So I have to include him. But we still have the Invisible Man. Now, from what I've heard, he's out there, and I think he's available at some online retailers. I plan on reviewing that one as well, and I will get the gang back together then. Got a lot to look forward to, though. We have the Creature from the Black Lagoon coming from NECA, as well as the Bride of Frankenstein, as well as Phantom of the Opera, as well as the villain from London After Midnight. Sorry, his name is eluding me now, and you can mention that in the comments. But again, I am so thrilled that NECA has really stepped up and hit a grand slam when it comes to producing the Universal Monsters line. And again, the great part about it is that we have these accessory sets coming. You have the mummy. You have Frankenstein. We have a Dracula with a coffin and some different elements coming as well. And I hope they continue that on as this line grows and grows and grows. I can't get enough of it. I know that at some point they're planning on doing some Hammer stuff as well. So boy, if you're a monster fan, this is the golden age right here. We're getting a lot of great quality stuff with the perfect likeness of all of these characters from the Universal Monsters line. My name is Tim Lammers, and I like to review cool movie toys. Please subscribe to this channel. As you can tell, I love monster stuff. I do a lot of monster stuff, but I also do the Star Wars stuff, and I got one coming up from Avatar. So, I pretty much review everything, but obviously a heavy emphasis right now on the Universal Monster stuff, because I think first and foremost, since I was a kid on those Saturday afternoons and Saturday nights, watching Horror Incorporated, it found its way into my heart, and it remains there to this day. So this is a dream come true to have all of these great figures, including Bela Lugosi's Dracula. He's the big daddy here, right? So again, thank you to NECA for providing the sample of Dracula for me. They provided these other samples as well. So going to see a lot more monster stuff coming. Happy toy hunting. You can get these online retailers. You get most of them at brick and mortar. Not quite yet with Dracula at brick and mortar, but mostly brick and mortar online right now. Look forward to him at brick and mortar soon.